on my YouTube channel. If not, I have to do all of it again. I don't know what happened. My internet just died, but yeah, we move. We move. In this situation, there was no need to reflect. Like, I don't know what you waited for. Maybe the nade, but like you to look at it again. Like backed off to spawn, but you're deciding to engage again and staggering yourself. This was just a very unfortunate stagger that you could have prevented, if you get what I mean. There was just no need to engage. You could have just backed off and waited until your teammates respawn to take the fight, but you put yourself again on the respawn timer, which is unfortunate for your team, because like this, they have to wait for you and the enemy team will get just 3% you the Genji gameplay. But there are, in my opinion, better picks right now. Aaron started playing. There are better picks in my opinion. Like, they're playing Reinhardt, Monkey, with an Ana and a Pharmacy and a Soldier. You could have played Reaper to just annoy both tanks, because Ana, like, they don't have a Baptiste, they have an Ana. So Ana won't be able to keep like both tanks alive. You can just focus one of them, mainly the Monkey. You should just focus the Monkey and he would be perma-death, probably. Just perma-dead, and you would farm your Blossom very fast. Or maybe swap to double hit scan to help your Kree against the Pharah. Two things that could be a better pick in my opinion than Genji. But that's just probably personal reference, because Genji can work here too. But in my personal preference, I would have swapped to another hit scan or to Reaper. But like I said, Genji is still fine, it's just my personal preference. Nice blade. I'm just trying to think. Your blade was totally fine. I'm just trying to think of the dash up, because I think you dashed too high for your Ana to immediately nano you. I might be wrong though. I'm trying to check.
So, I believe you. You're barred out. Get in there.
Oh no, that was fine then. Your Ana was just not straight looking at you, but I'm assuming it's a comp game then, because, yeah. Even better in this situation that you dashed that way up, that high up, because if you would have just dashed like a more, like, diagonal way, you know, Ana could have probably wouldn't be able to nano you then. But the blade is fine. I'm just trying to look at it again. I'm trying to look. I'm trying to think. Yeah, so, sort of what I was thinking. Like, you still got two picks, which is fine. You still got two picks, which is fine. But in that situation back there, when you dashed up and then got the nano and wanted to dash in, what I like to do, so you... Never mind. I wanted to say that in this situation you could even do like one jump because you still have your double jump, but you used it directly at the beginning. So a little tip to sort of also find your targets, or like look out for your targets when you get the nano for your blade, is for example this situation you could have maybe talking a little complicated right now, but it will make sense. So in this situation right here, you already with your normal dash, you're already dashing high up, so just use one jump. Don't use your double jump, use one jump, then dash up. This is how I do it at least. Like I said, a lot of things that I say right now are personal preference, of course. But you could just use one jump, dash up, so you're still in far up there. And now you would have still had your double jump from Genji, and then you could dash in, to sort of figure out where your enemies are and everything, to look out for your targets, if you get what I mean. I could show it later in practice range, how I sort of do my nano blades, but in my opinion, that's better. At least it works better for me. Because like I said, with that double jump, I get the nano, and I have a brief second to look for the targets that I can engage on with the dash. Because how you did it, sort of, you dash up, you land, and while you're landing, you already have to look where's the enemy. With that little double jump, you still have sort of time to look for your enemy, if you get what I mean. But I will show it after this game in practice range real quick. Nice. What was that sound, dude? Christ on a bike, I've never heard that. Holy. Genji was not in a good place. So you won the fight, you got the point back. I'm saying a lot of things like way too often, that I keep like repeating myself. But it's like you dash in, you have no guarantee of a kill for your dash reset. So you are not guaranteed to get a reset on your dash. And you dash into the whole gang. Like the whole gang is looking at you. Ana here, Mercy here, Pocket Soldier here, both tanks here, and Pharah somewhere probably in the air, or still coming back from spawn. No, Pharah up there. So like, you're dashing to the whole enemy team. You have a monkey which, even if you would reflect all the damage in front of you, who could just still beam you down and maybe kill you with like one rocket from the sky that could hit you, Like, and your team is here, so they can't even support you, sort of, or help you, not even with a bubble of the Zarya, or from healing from the Ana, Maybe healing from the Ana, but that's about it. It's not a smart thing to do, especially since right now, in a second, like normally, you would stay with your team in here, and you would start the new fight. The new fight would start, it's 6v6 again, the whole enemy team group up, now they're going in again, 6v6, but with that, you are making it through dying, you're making it I don't know if you died, but if you would die there, you would make it a 5v6. Your team only has 5 people then, without the fight even getting started. Like the fight hasn't even started, and you immediately would have made it a 5v6. which is not good for your team because they might immediately lose the fight and the point. You got very lucky there that like your mercy and everything healed you up. Because in normal conditions you should have died there. You should have. That's nice how you did it, you know. Your Ana hit a nice nade. Reiner couldn't be healed up, and he had a low enough amount of HP so you could just dash and kill him. Very nice. That's a nice graph. That's a very nice graph. Oh? Pharah popping off? Yeah, the enemy Pharah popped off too much. But you did fine there. It was just that the Pharah's barrage was just huge.
I am ready.
Nice kill. Unfortunate.
My spirit grows strong.
Overtime.
They can't touch. Nice.
Score 1-0.
Also what I see. So let's just review first map right now. Don't try to put yourself in like unfavorable positions where you like could die before the fight hasn't even started, you know? Always try, like, if you engage, to always have a disengage plan, you know, to back off again. Always try to think of that. This is very unprofessional right now, I'm eating, sorry. And what I also see from a lot of Genji players is that they're sort of looking for the nano always. Like, I get it, because Nano Blade is a nice combination, but it's not the only combination for Blade. Like, you still had a Mercy who can just, if you press, you know, if you just do the little thingy that my ultimate is ready and all that. I don't know how to explain it in English. And your Mercy uses Valk. You can still Blade, because you have a damage boosted Blade then. And you don't need that Nano so much. Always, and also normal blades are possible, because you don't need that 100% 100% blade with like 3 kills, 4 kills, you know. Even if you do a normal blade and you get both supports, for example, or one of the supports, deny res, for example, that's even a good play. That's enough. That's actually enough that you have to do on Genji with blades, for example. You know, get both supports, or get one support, for example, the Ana, and deny the rest from the Mercy. That's already enough. That's a good blade then. Just that what I always see with like Genji players that play a little bit in a lower elo, they always try to look for that 5k, 4k blade. That is not completely necessary. One pick or 2 picks with a blade, or like even, like I said, 1 pick on the Ana, and then denying the rest is already enough to win yourself a fight. Then of course what I said with a disengagement, engagement plan, have that sorted out. It sort of comes with ability usage, ability management. If you want to commit and go into an enemy team. Of course, you want, in the best scenario, to have all your abilities. So always try to keep that in mind too, because things like using reflect and then dashing into the whole enemy team means literally that you have no abilities left for yourself. So always try also to look for your ability usage. Not only which abilities do I have, but also which abilities do I need if I want to do this and that. If you get what I mean. I want to get the Ana. Do I want to use dash now and maybe don't have dash later for the Ana? Do I want to use reflect now and don't have it if I'm engaging on the Ana? How can I engage on the Ana and still have both of my abilities? To maybe get out if I can't get the Ana. You know? This is also sort of what you need to learn on Genji, is also that ability usage, because your best friend on Genji are your supports and your abilities. But again, I'm also always kind of scared that people are thinking if they review them that they did everything shit or something. This was still a good map. Like, you got the map, you played good, everything fine. Just what I said right now, or what I mentioned right now, are just things that, you know, you had deaths on the map that could have been prevented. Sort of, that's what I mean. You played good on Genji, you played very good, but there are just situations and deaths that could have been prevented if you would have done this and that. That's what I'm always try to teach. Like, it's not that I'm saying you're bad, it's just that there are plays that you did and died through that shouldn't be necessary, that you could have been avoided, you know? But like I said, besides that, you played good.
I am a different man now. I am whole.
Look after yourselves out there. I'll get us home safe. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Round 2. Capture the objective.
So we're staying with the same composition. The enemy team gets a Reaper instead of the Pharmacy and a Morana. And a Zarya. Which means for you as a Genji player, there are 2 enemies in the enemy team that could be dangerous for you. If the Zarya in general, of course, but even the Zarya especially if she's high charge. Like, Zarya high charge is very scary for a Genji player, and of course Moira. Moira with her fucking bubble and her suck. You don't want to challenge that normally as Genji. You can do that as Genji, but be certain sort of that Moira has used her abilities. Because of course Moira is annoying as a Genji player and hard to fight against as a Genji player, but you can sort of still get her. But what you have to watch before you engage on her or fight her is her abilities. Has she used her bubble? Her healing or damage bubble? Has she used that? Has she used her fade? If she've used both that, or at least if she've used her fade, that means she can't get out if you get on her. That's what I mean, sort of watch her abilities as a Genji player. If she has used her bubble, if she has used her fade, she has used both abilities that could sort of help her fight against you. That means she can't heal herself, or she can't get extra damage through her bubble, and she doesn't have fade, which means she can't get out. So these are things that you have to watch sort of as a Genji player. Same thing with the Zarya. Has the Zarya used her self bubble? If she's, for example, if you're considering to go for the Zarya because she's low HP, for example, but is high charged, very dangerous for a Genji player, then you have to look, has she used her self bubble? If yes, you can engage her, because that sort of means she's low HP and she can't protect herself for a certain time with her bubble. Those are things that, at least for the targets that are dangerous for you as Genji in this composition, what you have to think of. is not only your ability usage, but also their ability usage. As a Genji player, very important. Like, has the Zarya used her bubbles? Like I said, just a couple seconds ago, has she used her bubbles? Her self bubble or bubble for others? Has Ana used her nade? Has she used her sleep dart? Has Moira used her bubble and her fade? Those things need to be considered as a Genji player to work out sort of what are your chances in getting a pick. Or how dangerous is the situation you're putting yourself in. This is a brawly composition your team playing right now, so what I recommend to you is not be the first person on point. Like, try to walk with your team, because like I said, this is not dive right now. This is Genji played with brawl. So brawl means that you should stay with your team and play it brawly. Do not engage immediately first, because you put yourself in an unfavorable position immediately, and have to use abilities already to get yourself out or to prevent yourself dying without the fight even being started.
I am ready.
The objective is now active.
What could have been a dangerous situation, just could have been. It's not like that you did it bad or something, it's just that it's for future cases. To watch that. You've been naded, and there was a Moira bubble coming towards you. Then, as stupid as it sounds, you have to watch the bubble where it's going. I know it sounds stupid, but you can't get healing for a certain amount of time, and there's a Moira damage bubble somewhere behind you. If RNG is very bad on your side, that bubble could somehow get back to you and kill you, because nobody can protect you, you can't get healing. It didn't happen now, and you didn't play bad in that situation, it's just that sort of such things could happen through also my own experience, that you should watch then, because there are some times where I got naded and was anti, and then just the Moira bubble flew past me, gave me some damage but didn't kill me, flew past me, and I was like, oh, okay, Moira was just gonna dip in it. And then it somewhere bounces back on me and then kills me because I can't get healed up and anything. So, yeah. The Reinhardt died before that, but there was a nice dash. This is sort of dash that you try to use. Like, your Reinhardt dashed the enemy Reinhardt. Fuck knows how he did that. I didn't even watch that. But yeah, then you should just dash on the Reinhardt. Even maybe melee him to make it easier for your Reinhardt to get the Reinhardt pick faster. And then you also get a reset on your dash then. But like I said, completely fine. Completely fine. Very, very good dash. This is sort of what I mean that you should try to have in your mind as a Genji player. The Zarya has used her self bubble just now. The Moira has used the bubble just now. Moira is on the right side on her own. Has she used her fade so far? If yes, the Moira has no abilities to get out or help herself. She doesn't have her bubble because she just used it, what you can see clearly in front of you, and maybe she's used her fade, which means she can't get out of this fight. So what I'm just saying is target prioritization, hard word for a German guy, Jesus, is the Moira right now. Because maybe not the Moira with that HP amount, but you should get her because you have healing with you and everything. And she's alone, all by herself. So what could happen is you get her, or she just dips and gets out because she has fade. Don't know if she has though. She has, but still, if you would go for her, she has to engage. And she just can't sit there and like try to suck people off. I won't comment that. I will keep repeating myself, but this is like... Bro, that Reinhardt, what a chat. I mean, you're Reinhardt through this fight, but... It's sort of what I mean again with that. Of course I keep repeating myself, but this is sort of what I mean with the disengagement plan. You're dashing in, you don't have dash anymore, and you're dashing into a Moira, Ana, and high charged Zarya. Like, you will die. It's like, if you look right now where I paused, perfect pause by the way, like, I think I don't have to say anything. It's just you have a Moira, an Ana, and Zarya directly at your face, and you don't have any abilities to save you. This is sort of what I mean, because I keep repeating myself, of course, but this is sort of what I mean with that. You're engaging, yes, but you need a disengaging plan. Because like this right now, you use your dash, you can't get out, and you don't have your reflect. You can't even reflect the nade or something. And even if you have reflect, you had a Moira and Zarya towards your face. So even if you had reflect, the only thing you could reflect was the nade. Like, you couldn't reflect the beam, of course. But like I said, this was just sort of your Ryan's fault. What you should have done there is to engage, to disengage, to just back off with your team and wait for your Ryan to be back. Same thing again with the disengaging plan. Like, what do you... Shit. What you should have done here... So there's two things that you could have done, is rather back off with your enemy team, with your team, or if you're considering dashing on the soldier and committing against him, you have to do that 100%. Don't dash on the soldier and then just like look to your left and go there, because this right here looks like a more winnable fight, or like at least that you get probably kill here, maybe a kill here, looks more promising than if you look over there. And it's the same again with your abilities. Nice. Nice. Nice! Let's go. I really like the slash and then the dash on the Moira. That was pretty smart. That was very good. That was very, very good.
My aim is unerring. My spirit grows strong.
Sleep. That was unfortunate. Yeah. In my opinion, your Ryan had through that because he was for some reason, when you hold him there, he was for some reason holding left while the enemy Reinhardt just decided to go right. Like, I don't know why he was staying on left side then and watching left side, but we move. This was unfortunate because you didn't got healed up. Not gonna lie. Because the nade, the graph was fine, your blade was fine, but for some reason you didn't got healed up. So yeah, that was just unfortunate. Would have been fine because like you would have got 2 picks with your blade, but yeah. So there comes the grav. Is your Ana just still coming back from spawn? Yeah, this was just... Was your Ana coming back from spawn? No, she wasn't. She just took very long. Or could she? Could she? Was she able to see you, but she just missed her shots? I'm trying to figure out.
You're going to be okay.
Yeah, that was sort of your Ana's fault. She could have healed you up. This was unfortunate.
Score 1-1.
1-1.
Besides, that gets done.
This is now my home as much as any other. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh, so we see Soldier. So we see a bit of Soldier. Hitscan is always not hard to review, but I can barely review hit scans, if you get what I mean. All I can review is positioning. So what your team should do right now is take a right side with you, so you can have the high ground control. Because what you do on this map, if you play hit scan, if you play Soldier or even Kree, is that you normally try to go to right side and get this high ground right here. Because you have a Mercy and as well, and then yeah, you could just like shoot freely on high ground. This is what you're doing. Nice. The Ryan has to drop off point. Nice. Nice shooting, Jack. What you could have done there is you had the pocket advantage because you had a pocket, he didn't. You could have fully engaged on him. You would have probably got the kill because you had the pocket. I mean, a soldier, of course, that you could have engaged on a soldier.
I don't quit till the fight's done.
Grab the mega, chief! Grab the mega! Using your healing wasn't necessary in this situation. You could have just grabbed the mega and then you could have went up here and used your healing up here. In general, against this combo, you shouldn't try to run by yourself, because yeah, if Reaper finds you, you're probably dead.
I'm not a young man anymore.
Nice pick on the Ana. She gets rest though. Nice flank there. Unfortunate though.
I've got you in my sights.
You have the high ground. And you jump down, put yourself in danger, and give up the high ground. And make yourself more accessible and vulnerable to the enemy team. Like, the Ana was visible to you. You could have just, like, stayed just here and use your visor and shoot the enemies that sort of peek here. Just have some free fire, because like this you put yourself in an unfavorable position where you could die. This is what's of course happening too. Die. What a Chad Reaper that he solo ults you. Oh, come on. Okay, for some reason it's not loading. But you sort of got what I mean with the soldier. Like, of course there's not a lot to do on soldier, to coach, more than positioning and of course target prioritization. It goes on like that. But you sort of got what I tried to say with Genji. It's just that washed up gameplay. It's sort of that, for example, where are the whole robots? If you're going here, for example, and you're, let's say those are enemies, and I'm engaging on them, you know, and I don't get them off, like don't get them killed, but I just engage on them, and then I'm here. Like, I can't get out. I'm putting myself in an unfavorable position, if you get what I mean. What I mean by like clean kills, like assassin, like what I said earlier, is that you, for example, if you make that opponent one, for example, or low HP, and you can sort of, so you get your dash back, you kill them, you get your dash reset, so you can disengage again. That's sort of what I mean. Like, you can engage into the whole team, into the whole enemy team, but only if you're sure that you will get the kill. Like, for example, if you like, and then, so you can get out again. That's sort of what we're looking like, what we're looking for. Let me farm Blade real quick. And then we have Blade. So what I'm always doing with my Blade is, of course, is that I only do this jump. I do this jump and then I dash up. I don't do that one because I don't have it in the end. Makes totally sense. Like, it's just if I just jump up here, because if I jump up like this, or if I have the normal dash, it doesn't take itself a lot. Like if I jump normally and then dash up, I'm still in the height, but I still have the normal jump. If you get what I mean. It's just that if I dash up normally, I still have the jump. So how my nano blades, how I mainly try to do them, is that I jump up.
Double, triple, quadruple kill, quintuple kill.
Is that I sort of do them like this. So if I do one jump, dash up, and then blade, I still have that short momentum where I can look for my targets, or even. Let me farm it again real quick.
Double kill. Double kill. Double kill. Triple kill. Quadruple kill. Double kill.
Alright. So what I normally try to do as my first target when I get Nano Blade is that I slash and dash first, if you get what I mean. Because I think it's more better than doing dash and then slashing. Because if I, for example, like dash in like this, you know, and then I have to turn around to get my target, it's not what I want. It's like, because it's hard to immediately get the kill then. If you do the slash and then the dash first, you will get a secured kill, because you already did the slash, so you already took them a lot of damage, gave them a lot of damage, and then all you have to do is just dash through the enemy and the enemy will die. It's just like... And then, like I said, the jump, so...
Double kill. Triple kill.
I hope you get what I mean, sort of. So, like I said, what you need to look at is, you played fine, like there were a lot of good blades, like I rated. It's like I said, that you played fine, but there are sort of certain situations that can be avoided where you died. It's like I said, that disengaging plan. You need to have that with Genji. Your own ability usage, watch which abilities you have and which abilities you need if you go for an enemy. Try to have in mind which abilities that could be dangerous for you have the enemy team. Sleep Dart, Anti, Self Bubble for the Zarya, Bubble from the Moira, Fade from the Moira, Shield Bash from the Brick, Stun from the Kree. You know, it goes sort of on like that. Hook from the Roadhog, just like little examples. Rock from the Sigma. Like, you have to sort of have them in mind. Are they used or are they not? Because if they are not used, you should sort of count that they will go against you, that you will get them. Like, if the Sigma hasn't used Rock and you are engaging on the Sigma, you will get that Rock. You will have to eat that. And yeah, what I sort of explained with the blade situation just right now, sort of also like this. Besides that, it was a good Genji gameplay. I enjoyed it, and it's just sort of those like fine adjustments that have to be made, you know, that situational stuff. Because you're not dying a lot as Genji, but you're dying in unfavorable situations. Like in situations where you don't have to die, you don't need to. But you do it because you overextend. And that's just, that can be avoided very easily. And if you get that managed and avoid that, you will have a solid Genji. Like, your Genji is already solid, but like I said, it's those small little mistakes that can be avoided, that you just have to work on, and then you're gonna be completely fine. Alright, I hope that helped you. I am looking for some, yeah, I just hope that helped you, and I hope I did a good job. And you can let me know, of course, if you need the other review as well, because you sent me 2 maps, meme, and you could just ask me, or just tell me if you want the second map also to be reviewed. But I think for the first map right now, I already gave a lot of input that you can work on as a Genji player. So yeah, that's been me, and I'm gonna die now because it's way too hot in my room. So thanks for watching.